Hey,
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
We're just
We were waiting for
full
you.
over conversations here.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys ready to go then?
Absolutely.
Do it.
Cool. Hi, guys. Surfaces. Hey.
What up?
How's it going?
How are you guys? I actually thought for some reason you'd be hanging out together, but you're social distancing.
Yeah. Well, we live separately, so
Makes sense. Gotcha. So
I'll see Colin soon.
you'll see Colin soon. Yeah. So talk to me about how have you guys been? First of all, you have a massive hit, which I play every single day on my radio show with Sunday's
Amazing.
Best.
Thank
And what has life been like for you guys? I mean, both sort of pre-quarantine and then going into the quarantine.
Luckily for us, we're bedroom producers. Like, we've made music out of our bedrooms. It's kind of where we started, and it's kind of where we've stayed. So it doesn't really change much for us, which is really cool because we get to stay relatively productive. And it's nice to have it in full of a world where a lot of people are having health issues being outside, and a lot of people are losing their jobs. So we're really grateful to be in the position we are, and we're gonna try to make the most out of it.
Yeah, definitely. And so, well, for those who don't know, you guys talk about how you guys met and how you came together in the first place.
Yeah. We'd both been making music separately for however many years and had been working on production and songwriting and things like that. And then we'd both been uploading beats and songs on YouTube, or not YouTube, but SoundCloud. And yeah, not yet. And so yeah, we were on SoundCloud, and then I'd found Colin, and so I hit him up, just DM'd him, and just so happened that we lived an hour and a half from each other. And so
this is in Texas, right?
Yeah, this is in Texas. Yeah, we were both going to college, pretty close to each other. So we linked up, and then just started a friendship from there, and we'd share ideas back and forth, and we did not have a master plan. We didn't know all this was ahead of us. Yeah. We just enjoyed making music, and about a year later, we made an album together, and just put it online, and didn't do any marketing. Just kind of put it up there, and then it started to get traction. And then a year later, we put out another album, and then that kind of blew up. So now we're here with our third album.
And the rest
is so cool. Yeah. Sorry, Colin, go ahead. Did I cut you off?
No, I was just making a funny little moment.
So yeah, like I said, Sunday's Best. Do you guys remember sort of writing that song? And did you think, wow, this is going to be big, or was it just sort of a surprise?
That song was recorded in a bedroom closet.
No kidding.
Much like what we have going on here. Not that one, but very much that.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, just two guys who, kind of stumbled into this piano production, really felt it out, built it, wrote the song in 10 minutes.
Yeah, boom, it came out. It was nearly a freestyle. It just came out.
It just spilled out of us, and Forrest literally moved one side of my clothes to one side and one side to the other. We squeezed a mic in there and closed the door on the headphone jack that barely reached my laptop.
Yeah, we literally, the tension, it was so janky. The tension of the computer running to the microphone was so strong that it literally was hanging in the air.
He's probably in the closet, singing like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needless to say, we had no idea. We
were satisfied.
We liked it. Yeah, we were this is a good song by our standards. We had made our favorite song type thing, but we had no idea that everyone else would agree that it's a good song.
Exactly.
So is the version we hear on the radio, is that the song that's in the closet?
Yeah.
The version in the closet? You're kidding me.
You'd think that they'd want to beef it up or switch it. There's legit mistakes. They're going into the second hook.
Hey, whoa.
No, tell me. I need
people need to know this.
Yes.
No.
People need to know this.
Yes, I need to know. Going into the second verse, yes.
Why would you point that out?
It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make it. Okay, I'll just say something happens. Something happens going to the second verse. It wasn't supposed to happen like that. And every time we listen to it, we're like, oh my gosh, we literally forgot to change that. And it's
you're an animal today.
What is it? Can you just tell me?
Oh, God.
Tell me.
Why can't we say it? I mean, come on. Are you afraid it's gonna ruin their experience?
We're already this far. Go ahead.
It's literally so there's a reverb trail that like trails from the verse. It's like, it's okay, feeling good, and it's this very like seamless reverb, and all of that's just off going into the second one. It's like, it's okay, dry, feeling good. It's like,
you had to do
You're-
it. You're killing me, bro. You're killing me.
Oh my God, I cannot wait to hear the next time I listen to this song. I can't wait.
Tell all our friends, like, hey, Serge is like made a total messed up song.
I'm not gonna lie, I might say something.
Because it's made it this far. It's kind of fun.
I think that's incredible. I think that's honestly incredible. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool having a little mistake.
Yeah. And so, you know what, too? I feel like, well, a few things. One, people have said that you guys are just such, your sort of overall vibe is just so positive. And is that sort of what you were going for when you started this whole thing? Has that been the intention?
It wasn't calculated. Like, it wasn't like a clever marketing move. We tried to make music that expressed our outlooks on life. And that's what we wanted to put into the world. Like, obviously not knocking anyone, but like, it's gotten to this like really dark place in music right now where like people are like, you know, yeah, I want to take this pill to like feel numb, or like I feel bad. And it's like, it's okay for artists to express themselves. Like, we're not knocking anyone, like, to each their own, but like, I feel like a lot of kids are idolizing like being sad. And it's like, me and Forrest, once we started making this music that expressed our outlooks on life, we thought it would be good for like other people to feel that energy that we're putting out there, like feel that universe we're creating and feel good about themselves instead of idolizing something that would make them feel bad.
I love it. I love that. And so are you guys then, well, because like you said, you know, you were kind of surprised how things sort of took off. Would you say that is because, I mean, speaking of kids, there's so many of them on TikTok. And I know too, like my brother and sister, they heard the song the other day and they're like, oh, that's a TikTok song. Like, would you say that contributed to some of what's happened?
Yeah, it was, I mean, it wasn't until a couple months ago that it like started to take off on TikTok, but it was already our highest performing song in our catalog. And it had like grown and grown and grown and grown. And then it just kind of hit this tipping point. Like TikTok started to bring in more listeners, and then like it got in these playlists like Today's Top Hits and like Best Pop on Apple and stuff. And yeah, just kind of took off from there.
Have you guys done any TikTok dances to your own songs? Or are you leaving that to everybody else?
Believe it or not, we actually don't have the app.
That's okay. I don't either. I know.
Yeah, it's not like for the app. It's just like I don't have it. I just
Yeah, I haven't jumped on that yet. So are you guys still then sort of making music remotely from your houses? Where are you right now, by the way? I didn't even ask.
So
we're both in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay.
We try to, like, I'll visit Forrest every other weekend, and we'll get together just to get some business stuff done and also to, you know, keep creating. And then I just moved into my house, so, like, you know, we'll try to, like, even it out and, you know, travel. But, yeah, for the most part, we try to make the most of weekends and stuff.
And so outside of sort of making music, what do you guys do? If you could go outside and do stuff, what would you be doing? What would we find you doing?
I've been, just during quarantine, I built a deck outside of my house.
Whoa.
And I could, while Colin answers his, I can find a picture for you. But that, cooking, I like cooking a lot.
Yeah.
And, doing some workouts, like kettlebell swings and stuff.
Definitely.
What do you cook? Do you have like a dish for us? Oh, sorry, Colin, real quick. I'm just curious.
No, here you go. Continue.
All over the place. I like to cook healthy things.
Yeah.
I had a really like bad, I was like probably 10, 15 pounds heavier than I am right now. And I was just like, man, like whatever I'm doing is just not working. I thought I was being healthy. And I went to see a naturopath and got tested for like food allergens, like things that like my body doesn't like. And so I cut all those things out and like instantly lost like all of that weight, because I wasn't having that inflammation. So now I cook a lot of like foods that don't inflame me. So anywhere from like like Mexican bowls with vegan queso and like chicken and beef. I do a vegan pizza, like organic vegan cauliflower crust pizza, and then I add meat on top of it. Because like typically vegan stuff is like, this doesn't have like the bad oils and things like that.
Yeah, I'm a gluten-free, dairy-free person, so I hear you on that.
There you go.
I also, the inflammation, I totally understand.
100%.
But I'll let you find your deck picture. So Colin, what have you been doing? What have you been up to?
Oh, Forrest is a master of the protein bowl.
I love that. That sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, any body of water really that I can swim or like do like water sports in is like my place. Like I just love being in water or being around water, especially like a lake is like where I really find peace and I really like have a good time. But like I just moved into my house and like, I don't know if you're like a homeowner, but like the first time you move in, or I don't know if you built your house, but like there's just so much stuff to do now. It's like I have this huge checklist of like, you know, I got to replace the fence and like I got to fix up the yard and like I got to, you know, go fix all these things that was in like the inspection report. So like my to-do list just got way bigger.
But I mean, it's a good time to do that stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of refreshing to like have like physical things to like accomplish. Like it feels good to, you know, have that drive and have something to do. I mean, other than making music. Yeah.
Right, of course. And I see too, you're a big surfer. Is that right?
We like surfing, but we're from Texas, so we don't have that many opportunities.
So we surf
so I was gonna say.
We surf behind a boat. Yeah, it's different. We're not beachheads who like truly surf. Yeah, we make with what's due in Texas.
Yeah, I've probably been surfing like maybe 10 times. It's all like every vacation that I can get, I'll go surfing. But
yeah, I did it once. It's cool.
What'd you say for us?
What's that?
You want to see the deck?
Yes.
Okay, so hopefully this shows up on the thing. So here's before. So it was like kind of just this like boring concrete area, and I never wanted to go outside.
Yeah.
And then I drew this mock-up of like what I wanted it to look like. So deck with some lights and then like those rocks transitioning. And then my dad and I built it.
Oh my
Super
God.
vibey, right?
Why are you not on HGTV?
Probably, yeah, I should have.
That's so good.
You should have hollered at those Waco people for us.
Yeah, Chip and Joanna.
Oh, Chip and Joanna.
What happened to that couch for us?
Which one?
The one that was on the concrete in the before picture.
Oh, that was, so I took that picture when we were looking at the house initially. So that was just like.
Oh, that was there. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get a couch.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say, Forrest. Also, what did I see? You were supposed to get married.
Just got married. Yeah, had a quarantine wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So you did. So you had the quarantine wedding. How was
that? It was. So we got married when the CDC, and like I guess our local government, brought the cap of groups down to 50. And so this is before the official quarantine started. So at first it was like 100, and then they cut it down to 50. And so we canceled our wedding that we'd been planning for a whole year. And it was like, you know, this huge 250, 300 person wedding with like, you can imagine just like all this stuff. Canceled that. And then just a friend of ours owned this like barn wedding venue here. And so when I went down to 50 people, we basically just had the wedding party, which was like 24 people, and then just a couple family members. Yeah. And we just did it in that barn. And then at midnight that night, they like brought it down to like 15 people. And then within like 3 or 4 days, like the quarantine had like officially started. So we snuck it in there, and we didn't get a honeymoon, which was kind of a bummer. But like I asked Grace, my wife, or fiance at the time, I was like, would you rather wait, you know, a few months for this thing to clear up and then have your big wedding, or would you rather just like get married? And she said she'd rather get married. So that's what we did, and wouldn't change anything.
I was going to say, in a way, that must have been so cool to kind of have to keep it so intimate like that, even though it was unexpected.
Yeah. It was really special.
Yeah.
Aw, I love it. You were there, Colin, I assume?
Yeah, for sure. It was just, it was so nice. Like, it was so well done and it was so well put together, even though like they had to put it together in 2 days. Like, it really turned out really well.
Ah, that's so cool. Well, as you guys might know, I'm in Chicago. Have you performed in Chicago yet?
Oh yes.
Dude.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Tell me.
Chicago was the most lit performance ever. It was like scary.
Yeah, they had to like pull girls out of the crowd because they like there's like everyone was so close together and like it was getting like really hot in the room that like Forrest would sometimes have to stop the show just to make sure like everyone was like safe and like
It was nuts.
it was crazy.
Really?
I mean, like, it's cool, but like
It was
you had to make
It
sure
was the-
everyone was like not dying. So.
it was ballistic. It was just like everyone was giving the utmost energy they had. And some people were just like doing that until they basically passed out.
There's also like 1,200 kids in like what should have been like a 900 cap room.
Yeah, it was
Do you remember where you were? Do you remember? I'm trying to think what venue it might have been.
Chicago.
That's
I remember it specifically was like super wide. It wasn't very deep. It was like a very
Wide?
wide.
Hold on, I'm gonna go with
Aragon, maybe?
2 levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be curious. But yeah, so how long ago was that? Do you remember?
The show.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be on my Instagram.
And I'm putting you guys on the spot here.
No, you're good. This will take like 5 seconds. I'll just go to the.
Okay, at the Metro.
Oh, the Metro. Okay. Yeah.
The Metro, and it was January 10th.
So that was like a few months ago.
Yep. Not that far away.
No, not that far away. So kind of like you made it in right before all this stuff kind of went down.
Time flies.
Yeah. Right. So when you guys are, when they say, okay, you can go back out into the world and, what is the first thing you guys are going to do? Or will anything really not change that much?
Oh man, just go hang out with my friends and family and really and have special times that we can really, 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 really appreciate now.
Get a couple torch bombs.
Oh, dude, torches to the face.
Yeah,
Torch bombs?
I'm excited to eat food. Just to like go and there's this place called Torchy's.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, it might not only be in Texas. I don't know. Let's just say it's only in Texas.
If you live in Texas and you haven't had Torchy's, then
go get Torchy's in Texas. They got
really? What kind of food is it?
It's
tacos.
Tacos. Okay.
Yeah. And, it's not like what you think though. It's like these like thick, well put together. It's not, you imagine a taco and you imagine this little tortilla with some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
just imagine art
on steroids. Yeah.
Art.
It's literally art. And then the queso is the best.
It's the best in the world.
Literally, I'm dairy free, but
I was gonna say then comes the inflammation, right? Because it was for me.
I'm gonna gain 2 pounds tonight, but I'm just gonna eat all this.
Yeah, you got like
I know.
You have like a
I know.
queso recipe though for us, right?
Yes, I make the meanest vegan queso.
Really?
Yes.
What do you make it out of? What, nuts or something?
It's cashews. The main things are cashews that you blend up. You like warm soak and then you blend them up with nutritional yeast. And then you do cumin, cilantro. I do jalapeno. Just a bunch of different spices, chili powder, and I do Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just good. It's
really, like a spicy queso. That sounds really good.
Have you ever had the queso at Chili's? Or
like Chili's brand?
Chili's, like the franchise, like.
Yeah.
Have you ever had their queso?
Time ago, probably. Yeah.
Okay. It kind of tastes like that. It's like a more spicy, less creamy, more kind of like a spicy queso.
Big Chili's guy.
It's fine.
Yum.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you guys, this has been awesome. Is there anything else that you want to chat about or that we missed?
We should have some. Hopefully, we'll have some ideas about when our next tour would be. We'll definitely be coming to Chicago for sure.
Cool.
And then we're working on a really cool song right now.
Very special.
Can't say much about it, but that'll be coming soon.
Are you finally able to record in studios, or will it be in your closet?
We did the closet for this one.
Yeah, we recorded in a closet. back to our roots on this.
Back to the roots. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And now I cannot wait. I'm actually going to probably turn on the song right after you hear the second verse. That's awesome. Cool, you guys. It was so good to talk to you, and best of luck. And then we'll see you in Chicago, hopefully, in a few months.
Absolutely. See ya.
Cool. Bye, guys.
Bye.